Hey guys, Yujing here. I'm just coming in and I wanted to talk about two main topics. Number one, what Evany did right. Number two, what Evany sucks ass at. Sorry, the Evany did wrong. That's a more polite way to say it. So CS did come through. I wouldn't say CS came through. I would say we opened enough CS tickets that they actually sent it over to the developers, and the developers did come through, and they got our throne unconquered. So uh, this conquered title is no longer there. I hope the guy that did that got banned, but being from a cheater alliance, probably unlikely for that to happen. Our current king is still king. We didn't have throne war yesterday. It's probably jacked up. We'll deal with it. I hope it doesn't affect the next SVS because we want to make sure that it's on the up and up. That's little glitches like this I can understand. They had to go through and they had to manually change some things on their back end, so it probably screwed some things up. So hopefully this run will be corrected by next SVS. So this was really great. But something that Evany did extremely bad is they killed their game, and I don't think it's going to recover. Right? So everyone knows yesterday, day before, this big huge alt ban. So I don't need alts, right? In general, RSP doesn't need alts. Most of the top, you know, let's call it the top 10 alliances, VIG, HOT, we don't need alts. They're really nice to have, right? To have an alt that you can, get more RSS, so you can build more power, so you can get to K40 and MA5 and so on and so forth. But Evany's done a really good job of making it so that you can't get, the buffs that you need. Right now, if you spent enough money, the buffs you can get is 3,400%. That's what you can get on your ranged attack buffs. I went through every single buff in the game and I tallied it all up. 3,400% is what you can have in a ranged attack buff. Right? I think only like a couple months ago, HOT barely hit 3,000%. So I mean, we still have 300% left to go. I mean, no one is buying all of the buffs, and even if they were, maybe one person in the game is buying close to all of the buffs. Let's just put it this way: like the peak is just way too high. It's not worth it, and the reason why is because it's the lateral power that makes the difference, right? It doesn't matter if my buffs are 300%. What matters is the ability for my team to do well in Battlefield, right? We got to make sure that, as a team, we're doing as much as possible, right? I don't mind if I'm, top 100 or top 20. What I care about is everyone on my team, hitting top 400, to get into All Stars, to get their dragons together. Why? Because I need my teammates to have those buffs over me. As a team, we have to work together. That's the only way our team is competitive. So let's take this idea and extend it to the game. Let's extend it to what Top Games just did. What they just did was make it so that unless your entire team of 20 people, every single one of these big keeps has to be spending $2,000 to $4,000 a month in order for RSP to remain competitive. All right, that's something that we can do. But how many other servers can do that? How many other servers has 10 to 20 coiners? How many other servers have enough people to field an entire team? There none. There I mean, by none I mean like the vast majority cannot. And what I always saw was the ability for alts to even the playing field. It allowed all of the smaller alliances to build power, to build keeps, to build MA5, to get to 2,200, 2,400% buffs. That's about what you would be with a mid coiner budget. I'm talking like 200 to 400%, $400 a month. You're going to be around $2,400 or 2,400% buffs, and that's good. If you have 20 people on your team with 2,400% buffs, you can wreck crap up. I think our average for our team is 2,200%, 2,300%. So you can be competitive with 2,400% buffs, which is a free to play only buff set. And if you take that, you can go really far with it. But if you have no viable way to get that, if you have no ability to have alts to push MA5 to, to help you farm some things, you're kind of, it's kind of useless. And so when I look at this as, where do I get the joy in this game? The joy in this game comes from Battlefield, from SVS, from going against a server that's just as good as us. If we're just, if we're just knocking on them, it's no fun. It's like, come in, kill them all right, then just have fun in the battlefield, and you know send troops and do some testing and say, hey, if I kill these kill these camps with which troop types. And yeah, there's a little bit of fun in that, but more of the fun comes from being able to play against people are, at our level. And I think that's where Evony is not realizing that by killing all of these small and mid coiners, by making it so that they're unable to obtain the same things, like, this keep has spent, a couple dollars, on it. And I would be 100% okay if they made Civ gear free to play tomorrow. I'd be 100% okay with that. That wouldn't devalue my investment any. All it would do, it would allow my teammates to get better gear. It would allow our team to get better at the game. It would allow our opponents to get better at the game. It would give them an opportunity to succeed and excel. And that would give us more, fun to play against, to play with, to enjoy the game together. But when you gatekeep everything behind tens of thousands of dollars, it makes it so the game can't progress. It makes it so that we can't have fun. I mean, Sir Phil is sitting out of All Stars. Sir Phil's not even playing the game anymore, right? HOT, half of them are saying, I want to quit. RSP, had 3 or 4, major players leave. The previous owner for this keep, seeing Lori, those people, they love the game, and in fact, they still come back and play every once in a while. But if you're focusing on this game the way that we want to focus, the way that you have to focus when you're a top team, it gets very boring very quickly if you don't have great competition. So for the sake of competition, guys, let's stop banning alts. There's Japanese players that 100% legit put in $2,000, put in their keep for VIP 13. Right? That's a $2,000 keep. That keep was an alt that never was botted, never sold RSS, never did anything against the TOS except be an alt, be a farm for the Japanese player, and it got banned. And then there's other keeps where the alt never was plundered, never was attacked. The alt was only sending RSS via transport, and it wasn't a botted alt, and it was banned. And then the main keep was RSS wiped. I've heard of troop wipes. I've heard of gem wipes. I've heard of all of these things. Demotivating players that have put countless hours into this game. And let's say fair's fair. Make ban bots, but you have to make this game competitive for free to play players. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun or competitive for pay to play players. It's just going to be a freaking dick measuring contest, and we all know that I have the smallest dick, but goodness gracious, stop trying to prove me wrong. Let's Evony, please come talk to me. 我会讲普通话. Just make your developers talk with me directly. I can tell you guys what you're doing wrong, how you're killing these communities, and I can tell you the morale is at the all-time low. People will not continue to take this. So this is my video in just rejecting Top Game's unscrupulous, I would say just idiotic decision making that they have at headquarters. It's terrible. All right, logging out.